Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about how to glow from the inside out. And today I want to share with you some of my current favorite hair care products. Now, my channel is mostly about skincare, but I still get questions about what do you do with your hair? What's your routine? What are your favorite products? And I do have a few hair care videos here on my channel, but some things have changed. I've definitely discovered some new products that I'm deeply in love with, especially over the last year. So I'm definitely overdue for an update. So if you're so ready to find out about the products that I use on a regular basis, how I take care of my hair, and the products that help me to do that, give the video a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe if you want to see some more content from me. All right, let's jump into the hair care faves. I'm a big believer that great hair actually starts in the shower. The shampoo and conditioning products that you're using are going to do the bulk of the work. And so I have been extremely loyal to the Shiseido Tsubaki shampoo and conditioner lines. Starting in, I think it was 2014, I was using the Moist line, which is the red bottles. And so those actually helped me quite a bit when I started bleaching my hair, and I did sustain quite a bit of damage from that and kind of going through that process and that blonde stripping process with my hair so much. It really did dry out my hair, really kind of fried it, especially the first time. And so these are the products that really help to restore not only the moisture back into my hair, but really the structure back into my hair as well. My hair used to feel really brittle and like hay, and this definitely helped to restore it. Then I think it was like 2018, I switched over to the gold bottles, which is the premium repair line. The biggest differences here in the formulas, in my personal experience, and they have been tweaked over the years for sure, but the gold bottles are more moisturizing. They have more moisture and richness to them than the red bottle formula does. And so I've been sticking with more moisture because my hair just seems to do really well with a lot of moisture. So I do use the shampoo and conditioner, and I have for many, many years. As I mentioned, some things have changed for me hair care wise over the last year or so. And so something that I've added into my shampooing routine is the Unove Deep Damage Repair Shampoo. Now, this one I find to be less nourishing than the Tsubaki line of products. This one's definitely something that foams up a lot more aggressively. It really cleans the scalp well. It is not a clarifying shampoo, but for the longest time, I really treated it that way when my hair was really oily, when I felt like I had a lot of buildup. You know those times when you're like tempted to shampoo your hair twice because it's just like something just doesn't feel good? I would reach for this shampoo in those instances because it has more surfactant content to it. Definitely cleanses the scalp and really helps to address like an oily scalp really, really well. And so I was, like I said, using it kind of like as an occasional like deep wash kind of a product. But lately, I don't know if something has changed with my hair or what. I did move, and I know that water definitely affects the way that your hair and scalp and all of that behave. And so for whatever reason, the Unove shampoo has been my go-to now every time that I wash my hair. Now, you may wonder, how often do you wash your hair, right? Some folks are able to do it every day, every other day. I personally wash my hair like about 3 times a week. It's not super duper often. I don't have super greasy hair. But I do really like this one, especially if I've gone like a day too long in between washes. Great hair starts in the shower, and for me, it personally all comes down to those deep conditioning masks. This is what has really taken my hair to the next level, and it all started with the Unove Deep Damage Treatment. So this is a hair mask that actually helps with adding protein back into the hair. There's protein and silk extracts in here that really help to strengthen the hair, to help it to not only be stronger, but shinier, silkier, more manageable over time. And I was raving about this product all last year because even just with one use, I could tell how much it was transforming my hair. And I was really happy with my hair where it was to begin with. But since I started using this product, I do feel like it's been taken up a notch in terms of silkiness, softness, strength, as well as shininess as well. And so if you notice that change in my hair over the last year or so, it really is due to this product. I really, really love this. And so this is something that, you to put onto your hair, leave it on for like 5 minutes, and then rinse it out. And something that, suggested as an occasional, like once a week type of treatment. And that is something that I do on one of those 3 washes during the week. I will just do this from ends to, scalp and all of that, like all of my hair. I said that kind of weird, right? But one thing that I actually started doing, because I am so deeply in love with this product, and because my hair, especially the ends, tend to take the beating, especially with long hair. This is where I get all my split ends. This is the area where my hair dries out the fastest. This is the area that sustains the most damage, especially now that the colder weather is here. Sweaters, big collars, jackets, my hair tends to get matted up in those types of fabrics too. And the hair that takes it, the worst is the ends, right? And so what I actually started to do was, yes, once a week, full application of this, leave it on for 5 minutes. What I started to do in addition to that on the non-full application hair wash days is I will use the Shiseido Tsubaki Premium Repair Conditioner, and I'll use that in my mid lengths here. I personally like a little conditioner at my scalp, not a ton, but a little bit actually helps, especially if your scalp gets a little bit dry. So I'll run a little bit of it in the scalp and at the top, through the ends, and then right at the very tips of my hair, I'll put on a smaller portion of this. So I don't do full hair application, but really just ends. And then I'll twist my hair up with a clip, and like while I'm shaving or whatever, I'll just let all of that sit into my hair. Even the regular conditioner, I'll let sit for like 5 minutes. Just that little trick, just using a little bit of the deeper conditioning mask in that, the proteins in the Unove really help to keep my ends in optimal condition. I have so many less split ends, dried frizzy ends. My hair is so much more manageable, even just for extra treatment on just this portion of my hair. I don't have to get as much trims and things like that. So that definitely has been a game changer for me just in the technique. So recently I started using the Keratase Gloss Absolu Insta Glaze, and this is a hair mask, but it's not really as deeply moisturizing as the Unove is, or even the Shiseido Tsubaki products are. This is really just a product that is meant to give your hair some shine and some gloss. And in the fashion of most Keratase products, it smells amazing. I really love how this smells. It has like a rose element to it that is really nice. But it's not the most deeply conditioning mask out there. So if my hair was really damaged or going through it, this is not what I'd be reaching for. Like I said, I just started to use this. I reach for this when I want my hair to be extra shiny. I reach for this when I want my hair to smell extra good. I reach for this when I know like maybe I'll get a little close and I want somebody to say, your hair smells good. I'll use this. This is definitely kind of more of those like pampering, I want to feel pretty, I want to feel girly kind of products, and less for me personally about the hair benefits. But I will say, using this in addition to the Glaze drops in this line, which I'll talk about in a little bit, using those 2 products together, if your main goal is shinier, glossier hair, this actually does deliver on that benefit quite nicely. It's just not deeply moisturizing. My dog just burped. If you heard that, I don't know if you heard that. She just had a snack to keep her quiet, and she just made the biggest burp in the world. Piper, come here. This is the little piggy. Who's a little piggy? Made a big burp. So out of the shower, I will wrap my hair up in a towel and let some of that excess moisture kind of absorb off into the towel while I'll do my skincare routine and some body products, right? And then when I'm done with that, my hair is just towel dried enough. I don't, like rub it with the towel or create any friction or anything, but just enough of the moisture has been absorbed off into the towel. Then I'll go in for a treatment serum. And most of the time I am using the K18 Leave-In Molecular Repair Hair Mask. So I've been using this for a few years, and just over the last year and a half, I've been using this almost exclusively. And this is something that I do use against the label. The directions are different than how I personally use this. And a lot of folks love to roast me in the comments about that. Go ahead. But I'm just going to tell you right now, I know that I'm doing it against what the directions say. I will tell you what the directions say, and other ways that you can use this, but the way that I'm using it is working for my hair. Please believe people when they tell you they're getting benefits. And this is what works best for me. So after washing my hair, conditioning my hair, I will use this. And it's just a leave-on treatment. I use one pump for all of this hair. I just use one pump. That's all I need. I work it on my ends and then through the mids. I don't really put too much of it at the top, but if I have some residue left on my hands, I'll smooth it down on the top. And you just leave it in. And it is a reparative, strengthening, bonding hair product. And it does work very, very nicely. So one way to use this is to actually replace your conditioner product with this. It is called a leave-in mask. And so you shampoo your hair and then kind of get the excess moisture off, put this in, and then you're done. I have used it that way. That's actually how I originally used this when I first started using this product quite a few years ago now, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And I actually hated that. It left my hair really, really brittle. My hair was unmanageable, like not silky, not shiny, not you know, like you couldn't do this because it was so dried out. As I've mentioned a few times, my particular hair does well with a lot of moisture, and this does not provide moisture. This is a bonding hair treatment. So this strengthens your hair, but it doesn't rely on like oils and moisturizing elements to get that done. It's really just about bonding the hair with damage, particularly good if you have color treated hair, which I do. And so yeah, this isn't really the best in that situation for me personally. Now, another way that you could use this is shampoo your hair, put this on, wait about 5 minutes and let it do its bonding magic. Let the active ingredients be active. And then after that point in time, you could put an additional conditioner on your hair. And so there have been some revised directions since this product debuted because a lot of people were getting adverse results with no conditioner in their routine. Because again, this is not moisturizing. This is just a light treatment, kind of like a emulsiony gel-like texture. If you have particularly damaged hair, like from processing with bleach and things like that, that is probably how you would want to use this, because the claim is that this can't bond super well through conditioner products, which I do understand. That being said, however, I'm still getting benefits using it the way that I do. I don't have a lot of current damage on my hair to really meaningfully treat. I'm more just trying to keep my hair in a healthy state because I do color treat my hair every 6 to 7 weeks. So it's just about keeping and maintaining a healthy state of hair for me personally than it is kind of coming back from a damaged state. A newer product that I brought into my routine this year that I really do enjoy is the Keratase Glaze drops. This is part of that Absolu gloss line. And we talked about the treatment already. And so like I said, I find that these two products on their own are fine and good. I find when they're actually combined together, they're really great. I really do feel like this adds so much gloss and shine to the hair. I used both today, and I think my hair is like extra shiny, extra glossy today. I don't know. I feel like the light is just bouncing off of my hair in a really beautiful way, and I definitely credit these products for that. So this is just a really light serum. It's not a heavy hair oil, and it's actually a very, very light product. It doesn't weigh your hair down. I was using this a lot in the summer. This is not only something that offers gloss, but it's also something that offers light moisture, non-greasy, non-weighed down moisture. It's definitely something that offers smoothness in addition to the shininess, just a smoothness to the hair. As I've said, my ends especially can get a little bit dry looking, a little bit frayed, and this will instantly just smooth that down really, really nicely. And there is some frizz control with the serum. I've noticed particularly with the serum itself that is really nice, especially like I said, I was using it in summer. It gets very humid where I lived, and so I was noticing my hair was a little less frizzy. It's not like amazing frizz control, but it was just enough that I was like, yeah, I like this. But really the claim to fame here, it's right in the name, Glaze. It makes your hair really, really shiny. This also has that really beautiful, sophisticated kind of rose scent to it, a little hair perfume quality to it. Now, when this first rolled out, which I think this is pretty new or newer, when it first kind of rolled out, a lot of like I guess I'm an influencer too, influencers, a lot of people were talking about how good it smells, and it does smell good, but I did find that like this smelled good on application. And maybe the first few hours that you put it on, and then it would fade pretty quickly. When I started combining it with, where is it? Here it is. When I started combining it with the Insta Glaze, like the hair mask, and then finishing off with this. I like to put this on my damp hair, by the way. The scent really locks in. And it lasts a lot longer when you use both products. So like I said, this is like I want to feel fancy. I want to feel girly. I want to feel pretty and like, you know what I mean? Like in my feminine, and I want my hair to like smell like flowers when I walk down the street or something. I'll use this, but to lock in that scent and have it last a little bit longer. Also the Glaze drops, I feel like essential. You got to use them together if you're going to use them. Are they mind blowing, like restoring and repairing your hair from a damaged state? No, they're just adding a little extra something that is really nice, especially for me right now. Like I said, I'm in a good spot with my hair, so I'm just kind of like adding on things to perk up the gloss, perk up the smell, and I love how these smell together. It's so, so good. Another product that I like from K18 is the Astrolift Repairative Volume Spray. Now, I don't use this every time that I'm doing like my hair routine, but I do this when I want a little, like I said, this is like a extra type of product to add something to my routine. So this is really great for getting some lift at the root, which is hard for me to achieve because my hair is very thick and it's long, and that means it's very weighed down. Even when I get my layers cut the right way and everything, sometimes volume is a bit elusive for my hair. And I've tried volume sprays in the past that just haven't really been very impressive. Then I tried this, and this was very impressive. So when my hair is damp, and again, I will use this when I'm using the molecular leave-in mask. I even use this with the Keratase sometimes. I don't always do all three together, but you can if you wanted to. And so I will just put this right at the root, lift up my hair around my crown and in the back, and then blow dry my hair. And it offers a lot of nice lift at the root. I find that the best effect with this is damp hair and then blow drying it. You're going to get the most lift, but you could use this on dry hair too if you wanted just to kind of get a little perk up at the roots. Not my favorite way to use this, quite honestly. I think it works best on damp hair with a blow dryer. It smells really good too. There's almost like not like in a sweet candy, like kind of almost immature kind of way. There's a little bit of like a creamy vanilla hit to the scent of this that is really appealing to me. I really, really enjoy how this smells. And, I do find that the volume sprays sometimes dry out your hair. If you use it too often, it actually starts to dry out your scalp or make it kind of itchy. And this actually doesn't do that to your scalp or to your hair at all. I've been using this since I think in like late spring, I've been using this and I haven't, sustained any dryness or itchiness or anything like that. So it's not only really good at giving you volume, but it doesn't damage your hair or dry out your scalp in the process. So something else that I've started to do over the last year and a half now that's made a big difference is I stopped sleeping on my hair when it was wet. I know it's bad. And when I was doing it, I knew it was bad. Like I was not a babe in the woods. I knew exactly what I was doing. I just could not be bothered. Sometimes, you just have those bad habits. They're bad, but they're just so hard to break. And as I mentioned, I have a lot of hair. It's long, it's thick. It takes a really long time to dry with a hair dryer. And so that was part of the reason why I just couldn't be bothered, because it was just too much work. And I'm a nighttime showerer because it's too much work to dry my hair in the morning, right? And I'm not a morning person at all. I'm a night owl. So I always wash my hair usually at night, and I would just go to sleep on it wet. I know that that's not great. I mean, it's okay to air dry your hair, but it's really not great to sleep on it wet because it can sustain so much damage, so much breakage. When your hair is wet, it's so much weaker. And then to just like rub your head all over the pillow and you're getting all of that friction, it's terrible for your hair. And so I finally feel like it was time for me to mature and grow up. I really wanted to break the habit. And so one of the things that actually helped me to do that was investing in a way better hair dryer than the like $20, $30 one that I had for like 15 years from the drugstore, that I hated and didn't have enough power to dry my hair. That's part of the reason why it took so long to dry my hair, was because I was using, hair dryers that just weren't powerful enough for me. So a couple of years ago, I got a Shark hair dryer, and it really changed the game for me. It made it a lot easier for me to dry my hair in like 20 minutes instead of like half an hour even, or longer, and to get it fully dry too, not just like good enough dry. And so I actually started drying my hair after I washed it. And that has made a huge difference because now I'm not sleeping on wet hair and I'm not sustaining as much damage. And so that is also the reason why you might have noticed some differences in my hair over the last, like I said, it's about a year and a half-ish now, maybe 2 years at this point, that I've really started to build that habit. And I think I broke the bad habit for good at this point. It's rare that I would put my head down when it's wet like that. So this has definitely helped me, investing in a good hair dryer and not sleeping on it wet. So as I mentioned, I only wash my hair about 3 times a week, which means, second day, third day hair, I'm rocking it. And one of my favorite products for really rocking like a gnarly third day hair is the Keratase Fresh Affair dry shampoo. I usually don't enjoy dry shampoo because even when my hair feels like weighed down, greasy, and dirty at the roots, I find most dry shampoos just make that feeling even worse. And I don't know what's worse, when your hair looks dirty or when it feels dirty. It's like, I don't know. But most dry shampoos, especially I feel like there are certain formulas out there that rely too much on like the white powdery ingredients. And so with dark hair, and then you get that kind of powdery look at your roots, like it's not cute. And I do find a lot of formulas, for whatever reason, seem to weigh my hair down even more. And it just like makes that dirty feeling even like more unbearable on my scalp. And so I usually just skip out on them. Like they're not worth it. I'd rather just have dirty looking hair than like extra dirty feeling scalp. This one's different. This one does not have that powdery residue at all, so perfect for darker hair. It definitely does not weigh my hair down or make it feel greasier or dirtier. I don't know what it is about those formulas, but it's just like, ugh, I can't stand it. I can't wait to go and wash my hair after I'm done, right? And that's not really the point of dry shampoo. So I really like this to really refresh everything at the root, at the scalp, without that weighed down, dirty feeling. And like most Keratase products, they have such great smells to them too, which is pretty like necessary for like a gnarly third day hair. Am I right? Are you a third day hair person? My hair can kind of just not be as fresh smelling by that point in time. So I love the scent of this because it actually almost acts like a hair perfume as well. It kind of lingers in a really nice way, not in a heavy, like terrible way, but just like in a nice, really fresh, like, I feel clean. I don't feel dirty. I feel clean. I smell clean. I look clean. Amazing. This also has a secondary benefit or third benefit, right? So makes your hair feel cleaner. It makes your hair smell good, and it kind of works like a good texturizing spray too. So on a second or third day hair, like this is a first day hair curl, I will sleep on this, and tomorrow I'll have some nice waves, but they won't be as beautifully defined or placed. If I want to perk that up and get a little bit more definition, it doesn't all just kind of fall flat, I'll actually use a little bit of this, not even necessarily at the root, just like in the ends, and just kind of fluff it up, and you get some really nice piecey texture that's, again, not heavy or greasy. So those are the products that have really helped make a meaningful difference in my hair care routine, especially over the last year. A lot of newbies in this video, and I will say I'm kind of really starting to become a bit of a hair care girly. It's like the section at Sephora that I've been gravitating to the most recently, which is really interesting. But I'm curious if you have any favorite hair care products. Let us all know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, you want to see some more from me, hit subscribe. And hey, before you go, also let me know, do you want to see some more hair care videos or makeup videos or some stuff that's a little bit outside of skincare from me? Because if you're interested in it, I would love to expand a little bit more, but I don't want to do it if nobody wants to watch it. So let me know in the comments as well. I love you so, so much. Thanks for being here with me today. I just want to encourage you to keep shining your light. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.